that he got richer and richer and richer. Then he had a different kind of problem. His problem was too much money. And my rich dad said to me when I was about 18 or 19 years old, he said, son, there's two kinds of problems. Not enough or too much. Which one do you want? And at that point, does it make, you know, it's... And so I made an obvious choice. I said, I like the one with too much. You know, I want to have that problem. And it's a very big problem. So knowing these three different things, I could make different distinctions and different choices in my life. The big point I want to make today is that money comes down to fundamentally a choice. That's all it is. And so, as a young boy having two dads starting at age 9, I had to make a choice of which dad I was going to listen to. And it was a tough decision. Really, really, really hard because I loved both men. Both men were big men. You know, if there was a role model that they filled, they were tall, and they acted like John Wayne or Robert Mitchum, you know, not Pee Wee Herman. You know, they were big, strong, powerful, good, honest, hardworking men. I love them both. But their ideas were almost polarized, completely opposite. And that's why in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, in the book, I write that Robert Frost's poem, I think The Road Less Taken or The Road Less Traveled, I had to make a choice of which one I was going to listen to, which one was I going to follow down the path. And I made that choice. And it was a hard decision because I had to go against my whole family's culture, beliefs, and they're all school teachers. You know, when I came back from Vietnam, they said, you know, I got my bachelor's degree. I got that Bachelor of Science. They said, now, son, you are going for your master's, aren't you? I said, I kind of doubt it. He said, but you won't get a good job. You get a better pay raise if you have a higher degree. I said, I'm not going to get a job. And it's hard. You sit at the dinner table and there's no conversation, you know. Well, you going to get your doctorates? I said, well, if I'm not going to get my master's, I don't think I'm going to get my doctorates, you know. Yeah, but you get a better pay raise. You know, they came from the government model that it was not what you did, it was how high, what your degree was that you got paid by. And that's their reality. It's not my reality. So I had to make a choice. And the thing I say to people is that in many ways I'm more like my poor dad. You know, when I retired in 1994, sold my company and all this, I was set for life. You know, I realized that I'd been too much like my rich dad, and that I wanted to run the second half of my life more like my poor dad, but I was going to teach people what my rich dad taught me. And that was a decision I made. But the thing is, it's a choice. And my propensity, my natural inclination, my genetic makeup, my mental makeup is more to be poor. I have to fight my natural inclination to go for job security, to play it safe, save money, invest for the long term, all that other rot my father believed in. The point I'm making here is this: every morning I get up, I still make the same choice. Every morning I get up, I make the choice. Do I make the choice to be poor, middle class, or rich? And we all have that choice. You know, we have to, as individuals, make that choice. By the end of my talk today, you'll find out how easy it is to become exceedingly wealthy. But it's just a choice, okay? So my intention is to maybe shake some of your core values. You know, think about the way you think, change the way you think. You may want to make some new choices and things like this. That's my purpose. So what I'd like to ask you to do is you find a partner. I'll give you about 30 seconds, and you can just talk it over. You talk about what your parents taught you, what choices you had, but more importantly, talk about this subject here. It's just an idea. What were some of the ideas you got from your family? The idea that you think if you work harder and make more money, will that make you rich? I don't think so. And there's only two kinds of money problems. Which one do you want? If you're sitting by yourself, break out a notebook and just write down some of your thoughts. Because really, it's just your ideas that cause you to be rich, poor, middle class. So we take about 30 seconds and discuss with the person next to you some of these ideas. Thank you. The main point of the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, for those who have not read it. So this is book number 1. The main message and the point is the importance of financial literacy. Can you read a financial statement? So, again, comparing my rich dad and my poor dad, the school teacher, was very word literate. I mean, he read a novel a week. He read constantly. And he used to say to me, you know, readers are leaders and leaders are readers. I said, good. And I go see my rich dad, who didn't read that much. He says, but the difference between your father and I is I can read numbers. So so Rich Dad, Poor Dad is very simply about the numbers. And this is an income, expense, assets, and liability. And that's the basis of financial literacy, financial statement. Now, the problem, and so what it is about the difference between assets and liabilities, things like this, so this is really what the book was about. You know, the thing about asset, my father would say our house is an asset, and my rich dad would say it's not, because very simply assets, according to my rich dad, asset will put money in your pocket whether you work or not. And a liability will take money from your pocket whether you work or not. That was very simply it. The important things about a financial statement